Hello, good morning, class. Uh, as you all know, my name is Sabin Joshi. So today I'm going to present the final project for the presentation on large data visualizations. So this submission is dedicated to Dr. Tom L. Nguyen, and also I'm going to present this slide for every in class that later gonna be analyzed and reviewed. Okay, let's start with this presentation. First, I have this first page that comes with all the data visualization structure picture. Now, as according to the part 1 of this courses and the questions related, I have some points regarding to data visualization. So what is large data visualization? So before starting this slide, I'm just gonna give you some brief introduction about the large data visualizations. As a point says, large data visualization is a process of graphically illustration data sets to discover hidden patterns, trends, and relationships in order to develop key insight. What did that mean is actually that large data visualization is a graphical representation of data and information for any production process of any field of research and development instructions. However, the large enterprises always focus on how data visualizations will continually increase in importance that then the amount of data to deals with growth. Large data visualization is a great graphic representation of quantitative and qualitative data for any enterprise within this modern business world. So these are the basic terms that how important is the large data visualizations in today's modern world. So my title goes for how and when to use the visualizations. Yes, of course, as we have been used with the Tableau uh, application that we have been using for all most of our assignments. So beside the Tableau, there are other applications, powerful applications, are relevant in the market in IT world, such as R programming, Python programming, SAS, and other so many powerful tools in the market. So how it gonna be used? As simply the data has to be retrieved largely to analyze in a short form of visualization for the end users, so that we have to use these applications for displaying all the data, no matter the data is very tiny or no matter the data is very large, such as more than 1 GB. Now when it gonna be used for large visualizations, as we have seen, like most of the organization nowadays require data visualization for present their value in the sense for all the information what they require to give you in visual, such as it can be a yearly report, it can be a sales report, uh, company details of annual summary of the company, or for the project non-funded or funded projects, to give you documentation with the visual in every organization and every sectors. So these are the terms that large data visualizations are very important, and they are used in the final production for displaying or uh, for submitting document to anybody. uh, Anybody in means for any organization or government or institution or the handler organizations, so on so on. Now we can go through with the first question for this slide. So the first question is regarding to the role and importance of large data visualizations. So part 1, we can start with the large data visualization summary. So I'm gonna click on next page. Now we can go for the third statement with the length and the number represent the clarity for the data presentation. Yes, of course we have to be very clear when you present the data. Let's say for the example, if you concentrate with all the I mean the line with the datas, I mean it won't be clear for presentation, because the person who try to see and get information will be lacking what the information will be presenting. So in this case, a given hypothetical mark for the 0 to 100 was categorized in 4 groups for low to excellent and vary in color and their thickness. As already said, like the strength of the relation, now we can go for the question. The strength of the relationship is numbered for 4 different ranges and is symbolized color, where the red represents the lowest and indicate as a bad. The light blue represent the highest and represents the excellent. The student has excellent relationship with the as recording with the name as a Patricia getting a 95% and Barbara has 85%. Since they are in the green category, significantly an excellent relation between the student and these two students above. The student has a very good relationship with Michael at 70%, William as 80%, Joseph 71, and Thomas 65. All are in the same range. So this is shown by a it's actually the blue bar line. The student has a good relations with the John 45% and Linda 48%, so on, with Elizabeth as a 60%. So these are shown as a purple line because this has a mid-range, is in a good category. Similarly, I can explain the student has uh, this one has an honest relationship with the Richard, which is categorized as a 36%, Jennifer as a 23%, and Jessica as a 39%, which is shown as by the yellow bar. The student has a poor relationship with Robert 20% and David 10% and Susan 18%, as shown by the orange bar. So the uh, I mean to say, actually it's a red. The slide is presenting as a orange, so I just want to mention as a orange. Um, in the ordinal range in the clear from the colors of the graph, but for the details, a closer look is required as an actual number. For example, even though both Robert 20% and the David 10% fall under the poor category, the student has twice as strong relationship with the robot when with the David. The table lists, you can see the table here, so I will say the graph is listing as a full category. Now we can go for the third slide. So it is about the question 2. So what is Tableau? So it is basically a software, but my definition is a Tableau is a visual and analytical platform transferring the way we use data to solve problems. So it is a tools for the high-end capacity. That means the load of data has to be summarized in a short formation, or maybe I would say quick response in a data visualization. So this is the powerful tools which we basically use for large data visualizations. So that is why it's empowering people and organizations to make the most of their data. So in modern technology and every organization, this is one of the most usable and powerful tools for their project. Yeah, the advantages of the using Tableau. Obviously, there are lots of advantages of using Tableau, such as I already mentioned that the faster solution for a data visualize report. So, for instance, we have one project has a 1 GB data. We have to retrieve data in about 30 seconds to 1 minute, so which is so faster to retrieve. If this process will be handled in Excel or other application, it takes ages, so might be a crash data or maybe loss of data. So these are the things happens like when you handling or transferring a large data. But in Tableau, it will give you on correction or without losing data, or in faster mode, it'll help to retrieve data and process in the large data visualization in short form. Yes, the second point is effective and accuracy on data analysis. So if you use Tableau compared to R or maybe other tools, it will take a delay in process. So in my sense, I would say that it can be efficiency, because there are the chances of losing data or missing data, or in the case of crashing data in some time. So these are the basically happens in working on the large data visualization, because data are very important and need a process time in a short form. So uh, and the second part is very good, like it is has a very good advantage of being efficiency and accuracy of being on data analysis or data transformations. Of course, the third point is powerful tool to generate a large data. Yeah, every time we are, I'm trying to mention a large data visualization, because a part of the studies we have to work at the large data. So this is one of the powerful tool to work on large data visualization. I would say there are only a couple of other tools that help to get a large data visualization, but they are not as good as Tableau, because Tableau is one of the uh, renowned, most popular, and most usable tools in modern days. Yes, I'm gonna go for the first slide. Okay, now, yeah, so the third slide is about the using the data combination from the uh, API data. So there is a primary code visualization. So what we can see from the data visualization? So I mean to say, how do you understand about the data visualization? So, yeah, the number one is easily manageable data. Of course, um, the the Tableau is the one tool who will help you to use their features to make what we want. So we can manage the data easily, such as organizing the data in a manager form. But for instance, like if you don't want to take a number to display, we don't want a label, we can do that. If you want to show to the end user or third person to with the data clarity, we can do as a label. So these are the things we can use, either what we want to present and when do we want to present. So such as the bar, we can give it the color by own choice. The formation of the